In LA this week,
charges filed against the owner of this Leimert Park gun shop and a customer for alleged illegal sale of firearms. One of those guns may have been used in a homicide. I'm Gil Reyes with the story next.
Today's been really, really cool, and we feel like royalty, so it's pretty great.
An LAPD badge and a visit to a Hollywood set. These kids are getting the full Tinseltown treatment. I'm Anna Marcos. We'll have more on the Sunshine Kids coming up.
Have a good day.
It's a day of mixed emotions. It's a sad day.
After 18 years of service with the LAPD, Cowboy will now be running in greener pastures. I'm Rasha Goel, and that story's up next.
hello and welcome to LA This Week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yana Kay. Our top story, the Pope's U.S. visit has inspired leaders of various faiths to push his climate agenda here in Los Angeles. As Gil Reyes reports, Jews, Muslims, and Christians are all in this together.
As Pope Francis addressed Congress and the United Nations, environmentalists of various religions praised his climate message here at home.
The Pope is Pando.
The ecological group Pando Populous, just one of the organizations at this gathering at USC Caruso Catholic Center near downtown. Pando Populous uses Utah's Pando tree as its symbol. This massive forest of quaking aspens is actually just one organism, linked by a single tree root. Interfaith leaders draw comparisons to man's relationship with Earth.
To recognize we are all part of each other.
God created us as stewards of the earth. We have been deputized to take care of what he has created.
The Catholic Pope's message of ecological responsibility also hits home with Jewish City Councilman Paul Koretz. Mentioning record floods and wildfires as proof of global warming, Koretz launches a local effort called Decade Climate Safe, urging Angelenos to go the extra mile to reduce carbon emissions over the next 10 years.
For instance, you can vow never to drive alone, or carpool or take public transit twice a week. Let's follow the Pope's call and adopt new ones that lead us in the right direction.
Because regarding climate threats, we're all in this together. Near downtown LA, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
Environmentalists, the Sierra Club, and Heal the Bay also took part in that interfaith conference. Well, a string of recent shootings has left residents in South LA neighborhoods reeling. One of the crimes, the shooting of 3 children, has pushed city leaders to step in and ask residents to help catch the perpetrators. Anna Marcos has more.
These are our children. These are not just the children of the specific parents who grieve, they are our children.
It's been a bloody last few weeks in LA. After years of declining homicide rates, a rash of shootings and killings erupted in South LA and neighboring areas. In one, 3 children were shot near a taco stand in South LA. Innocent bystanders caught in the middle of what police believe was a gang-related shooting.
Yo vine a pedir justicia por mi niño.
I came to ask for justice for my son. He shouldn't be in the hospital suffering. I shouldn't be kept up at night. Since the accident, I have only slept 2 hours.
All families deserve to have the peace of mind that they deserve in every single zip code of every neighborhood, of every community.
One of the children reportedly crawled into the cell phone store to ask for help. Many residents witnessed the shootings. Most were reluctant to talk. But now Mayor Eric Garcetti has teamed up with the police, gang interventionists, and the families of crime victims to ask the community for help in solving the crimes.
Me armé de valor.
I arm myself with courage. Yes, I am scared. The community should speak up. I am speaking up for my son and the others who were hurt.
Grief will make you sick, and sometimes it'll kill you.
Other shootings in the last few weeks have involved the killing of a 26-year-old man in this graffiti-filled South LA alley, and the shooting of 3 men at this street corner, where a little girl and her mother now walk. There were also shootings in Compton, all happening in the space of several hours on one September weekend.
We must as a city, find a way for our young people to solve their disputes that doesn't involve a gun.
Anyone with information on any of the shootings is asked to call the LAPD at 213-972-7942 or 877-LAPD 24/7. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
LA reported 39 murders in August, the most since 2007. While the drive to take homeless veterans off the streets hits the road, as Gil Reyes reports, shuttle service to the VA in West LA brings hope for a better life.
Hold that door!
A handful of homeless veterans in downtown Skid Row decide to take the chance. They're boarding shuttles to the Veterans Affairs campus in West Los Angeles. Next stop, the promise of services and housing.
I think it's good if it's what they say. Because a lot of times you're told this, and then it turns around and it's not what you've been told.
But many of these veterans also say they have nothing to lose by boarding. Skid Row streets put them at risk of violent crime and disease, and anything's better than that.
We got a bus that's about to fill up right here.
For the past 3 months, flyers have circulated inviting them to relocate from Skid Row to the VA campus 15 miles west. This town hall gathering near Gladys Park provided free rides as long as they showed proof of military service.
We're bringing them out to the VA, we're getting them meals, showers, connecting them to housing, and making sure they don't return to the streets.
The fact of the matter is that our system is broken in terms of providing our veterans the services they need. Sometimes there's multitude types of services they need, and they come to Skid Row because it's the only place they could come get those services.
But Skid Row area councilman Jose Huizar and community partners want to spread the word that services at the VA have improved. So far, it's been a tough sell. By mid-afternoon, just 25 homeless vets hopped on the shuttles. Organizers had hoped for 200. They expect numbers to rise when word spreads that VA services across town are legit. On Skid Row, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
Under a recent legal settlement, the VA in West LA has agreed to renew its promise to help veterans. Buildings are being renovated to serve them after the VA was sued for failing to live up to its obligations. While illegal gun sales in the community of Leimert Park may have led to a homicide in Riverside County, and now charges are being filed against the shop owner, accused of skirting sales laws to make a buck. Gil Reyes reports.
On this unassuming-looking street in Leimert Park lies a beauty salon, a dry cleaning business, and to the objection of some neighbors, a gun store. The shop now accused of violating sales laws, and this may have led to murder.
We take the allegations that we are identifying today very seriously. We take the enforcement of these laws very seriously.
City Attorney Mike Feuer files charges against Barkokba Botak, owner of Botak Tactical. He's accused of illegally giving one customer a sales exemption meant only for sworn peace officers. This allowed the customer, security guard Amelia Suarez, to buy a pair of 9mm pistols and 3 high-capacity magazines last year. The city attorney says this illegal sale was bad enough. But making matters far worse, Suarez allegedly sold one of the guns to a friend who used it to murder someone in Riverside County earlier this year. No additional details because the case is ongoing.
Either move this business or close this business down. It's in an area that is in the beginning stages of a new facelift, a very important part of the community that I represent, and it really is no place for this business there.
Sales of high-capacity magazines are generally illegal under state law, and starting this November, owning them within city limits will be illegal too under an ordinance authored by Councilman Paul Krikorian.
That's a very important step forward in giving Los Angeles Police Department and our prosecutors and the city attorney yet another tool to be able to stop violence before it happens.
Now, if convicted, the owner of this gun shop could face up to a year and a half in county jail and up to $1,000 in fines. In Leimert Park, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
Both suspects are scheduled to be arraigned on October 15th. Well, how would you like to get the star treatment from LA's top cops and top Tinseltown stars? Well, the Sunshine Kids are getting just that. Anna Marcos follows them around for a day and tells us what it's all about.
A police motorcade takes these lucky kids from the Sheraton Universal Hotel down into Hollywood and Hollywood Boulevard. But the ride-along is only the beginning. The Sunshine Kids Foundation helps kids fighting cancer by giving them dream days like this one.
And to faithfully discharge the duties of a police officer.
On this dream day, the 2018s get pledged in as LAPD cops for a day and get some swag as well. Then it's on to Tinseltown in a big way as they enter Raleigh studios, greeted by a clapping audience.
Yeah, today's been really, really cool, and we feel like royalty, so it's pretty great.
Cancer or not, it's a lot. Like, you're a survivor, you're strong.
The kids come from all over the U.S. and even Canada and get treated to an entire week of all things Hollywood.
We try to treat them like VIPs. We try to give them the Hollywood experience.
We've been doing this for 33 years, bringing just a moment of joy back into their lives that cancer took away.
G.W. Bailey, actor and executive producer for the TV show Major Crimes, is front and center when it comes to helping out the kids. He and the studio treat them to a studio tour, lunch, and a screening of the show Major Crimes.
Who was your favorite character in Major Crimes?
Oh, it was you, of course.
Oh, well, of course.
For the last 10 years, the LAPD has pitched in to help make the kids' visit extra special.
We admire your courage. We're very proud of each and every one of you. This is a great way that we get to show in a small way that we're with you. Your fight is our fight.
Their day with LAPD normally comes out number one, and we're very proud of that fact.
Well, okay, there's that, and the hobnobbing with the stars is pretty cool too. All in all, a 5-star day and a 5-star week, one these kids will likely never forget. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
The Sunshine Kids Foundation serves some 70 hospitals around the country, giving kids dream trips to places like LA and other major cities and attractions. Well, high-end Italian dining will be one option on the menu when renovations to this shopping mall are finito. Gil Reyes has more from Century City.
The Westfield Group, with malls in Sherman Oaks, Topanga, and Arcadia, previews what it calls its greatest shopping center to date.
Imagine wandering to the most fashion-forward shops, or experience fresh-to-farm table dining, or having a beer after work in Italy's new rooftop garden. And a week after we open, I invite you all to that garden and I'll buy you a beer.
First rounds on CEO Peter Lowy when his new Westfield Century City is unveiled. At this news conference, the company announces renovations throughout the entire shopping center, which first opened in 1964. Plans include doubling the amount of parking, a new 2-level Macy's store, also the West Coast's first Italy marketplace, with high-end Italian dining, a bakery, even a cooking school. You will also be able to buy fresh produce here and take it home if you wish. Westfield says 10,000 construction and permanent jobs will be added, generating more than $1 billion to our economy.
And then after that $1 billion is invested, we estimate we'll get $1 billion for the county and city of Los Angeles just in the economic activity and the sales taxes that will come out of this, which means we can put money into roads and money to protect critical services like our fire and police.
Stores are already slowly closing for renovations. The first phase of mall construction is expected to be completed around holiday time 2016. In Century City, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
The Purple Line will also have a stop near the mall in about 10 years. Well, now may be a good time to seriously consider finally opening up that small business you've always wanted. As Gil Reyes reports, the city's application and permitting process is about to pick up speed.
Ribbon cutting day?
We don't have one yet.
Ask most any aspiring small business owner, getting your bar or restaurant to finally open in the city could take weeks, months, sometimes years, with all the necessary paperwork. But LA Mayor Eric Garcetti says soon the city's long and often confusing application process could be completed in a single day.
To make sure that we navigate the licensing and registration process for a small business in under 24 hours, because there's no reason it should take any longer than that.
The City of LA's idea is an open-source internet portal to streamline permitting. This innovation wins top prize in a national contest hosted by the U.S. Small Business Administration. At the future site of the LA Clean Tech Incubator, the SBA's Maria Contreras Suite says most of the nation's job growth is attributed to small businesses, so we need to support them.
When you support small, you're creating local jobs in our own neighborhoods. We're employing our own families.
City leaders say the $250,000 prize money will help launch the web portal within a year. In downtown LA, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
Now, other U.S. cities will be able to replicate LA's website to speed up their permitting applications as well. While the city attorney gets a special honor, a popular summer program is extended, and a grand entrance is planned for City Park. All these stories and more in City Beat. City Attorney Mike Feuer received an Ethel Levitt Award for humanitarian service at the 34th Annual Levitt & Quinn Stand for Justice Gala held at the Skirball Cultural Center. Levitt & Quinn is a nonprofit family law center that provides affordable legal representation to low-income families. The annual gala recognizes family and civil law attorneys, business people, and community leaders who seek justice for underserved communities. Feuer was one of several honorees to accept an award for helping expand access to legal services for low-income individuals.
The importance of the work is in courtrooms and courthouses throughout the state every day, where people who don't have lawyers suddenly do have a meaningful way to vindicate their rights in the justice system.
Mayor Eric Garcetti launched Fall Friday Nights, an 8-week extension of the Summer Night Lights program that will keep 8 LA parks open late on Friday nights, with staff and activities like dance and sports. The program is geared towards young people to keep them occupied and off the streets. Officials say the program gives families safe places to play, learn, and grow. Councilmember Paul Curren gets in a little workout at the new outdoor fitness zone at the Palms Recreation Center on Overland Avenue. Curren, the Department of Rec and Parks, and other community members came together for the grand opening. The new outdoor fitness equipment replaces what was just a grass field. The Friends of West LA provided a donation to Palms Park for the installation of the new fitness zone, which includes 5 pieces of workout equipment. Up to 13 people can get in a workout at any given time.
This will help our kids and adults get fit and stay fit.
Councilman Gilbert Cedillo joined the Department of Recreation and Parks, the Bureau of Engineering, and LA Sanitation for a groundbreaking ceremony to celebrate upcoming entryway improvements at the south entrance to MacArthur Park. The 7th and Alvarado Gateway Plaza will welcome residents and visitors to the park with an arc of seat walls anchored by 2 cultural interpretive 15-foot steel pillars that will be lit and identify the park and immediate community as MacArthur Park and Westlake. Officials say the lake project will improve the water quality of the lake, reduce the lake's fresh water usage by 2.8 million gallons per year, and eliminate discharge into the city's storm drain system. Well, it was a bittersweet day for an LAPD horse and those who have worked with him. As he says goodbye to one journey, he begins another. Raja Goel has more.
Meet Cowboy. He has worked with LAPD officer and head trainer Joe Willie since the day he joined the force. Cowboy is now retiring from the LAPD, but his work is not done. He's moving to another place.
It's a day of mixed emotions. It's a sad day, no doubt about it. He's been an integral part of our program, but we want to be consistent with the horse's nature and what he's really about, and there's only so much that a horse can endure in terms of the kinds of situations that we put him in.
Cowboy has been working with the LAPD since he was 3 years old and has been working for 18 years. From protecting the president to Lakers celebrations, he's pretty much seen it all.
Probably most significantly, this horse has participated in the training of every policeman who's been here since he's been here.
Now he will be bringing comfort to those with disabilities. Cowboy will be part of Mach 1, a therapeutic riding program at the Pasadena Equestrian Center.
We take horses and put our children and adults with disabilities on them to give them a sense of balance and hand-eye coordination, independence. So the horse that's coming in today, Cowboy, will be used mostly for riders that want to become independent.
The best thing that we're doing for this horse is giving him a job. He will actually have a job where children will be doting on him and brushing him and pampering him, and he's going to get treats and he's going to be spoiled.
For now, Cowboy's riding days are far from over as a new adventure lies ahead. I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
Now, Cowboy is the second LAPD horse to be donated to the program. Well, as part of his ongoing work to green the valley, Councilmember Bob Blumenfield cut the ribbon on the new Blumenfield Water-Wise demonstration garden at the West Valley Municipal Center in Reseda. That's the focus of This Week in Tweets.
3, 2, 1.
Councilmember Bob Blumenfield's office tweeted a video of the ribbon cutting in Reseda, posting, "Ribbon cutting at our Water-Wise demonstration garden. With 20,000 square feet of turf removed, we can save 500,000 gallons a year." Blumenfield's office retweeted a post from the LADWP which showed a pic of the new water-friendly garden saying, "Water-Wise demonstration garden to save 500,000 gallons of water a year. Create your own." The LA Conservation Corps tweeted, "Very proud of our Corps members who worked on this beautiful Water-Wise demo garden in CD3. And the LA Public Library also tweeted about the event, posting, "Proud to be part of today's Water-Wise garden ribbon cutting and excited to see it become a beautiful blooming field." And that's a look at This Week in Tweets. Well, at 70, 80, sometimes 90 years young, many of LA seniors continue to make a difference in our neighborhoods. As Gil Reyes reports, one councilman threw a party to say thanks.
The young at heart, having a good old time.
Oh, wow, I'm doing a salsa and a little merengue. Hey, it's fun.
Hundreds of seniors gathering here at the LA Convention Center for this special luncheon and talent show hosted by Councilman Curren. These are people from churches and senior centers from the Councilman's South LA district primarily, and many of them don't mind telling you that they're remaining very active even during their retirement.
Senior fraud is the #1 form of elder abuse in the country.
Adrian Omansky, a retired teacher, now leads an acting troupe made up entirely of seniors. These actors visit community centers and perform skits about hidden senior scams on the internet.
If you see anything on the computer that doesn't look right, delete. If someone calls you and says to you that you owe money to the IRS, this is one of the #1 scams in the United States.
We need more seniors to become active.
Amos Freed, a retired attorney, uses his legal skills to set up food assistance programs for the needy.
This is something I am basically committed to try to help out in this issue, working with the council people.
The seniors bonded over chicken lunch and entertainment.
It's a fun way to celebrate our community, bringing the community together, and celebrating the special role that senior citizens play and continue to play in our community.
Because for them, there's still much more to contribute. In downtown LA, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
And of course, lunch and entertainment were all free. Well, it was a long time coming, but residents in Woodland Hills finally can enjoy a new community amenity that honors local first responders. This fire truck represents former Fire Station 84, which used to be housed here at Canoga Avenue and Costanso Street in Woodland Hills from 1949 until 2007. When the station was moved to a new location. And for nearly 8 years before becoming this play area for kids, officials say the vacant lot was an eyesore in the community, falling into disrepair and creating blight in the neighborhood. But not anymore, as the site has been transformed into a neighborhood attraction.
I am delighted. We just had this baby in March, and it's exciting for me to take walks in the neighborhood and feel comfortable in the neighborhood and stop over here and just sit on the grass and play with him, and one day he'll be able to climb up there, so it's nice.
As the lot sat empty, Councilmember Bob Blumenfield reached out to the community to get their ideas on what they wanted at the site. The majority agreed on a park that would honor the old fire station. And after 2 years, they got what they asked for. Community members recently joined Blumenfield, the Department of Rec and Parks, and other city officials to help unveil and dedicate 2 new plaques.
It's not only a great amenity, a parklet for this area, but also a great testament to our public safety folks, and specifically for our firefighters.
Residents say the new park adds value to the neighborhood by providing a place where families can gather and spend time. The $1 million park includes a red play structure in the shape of a fire truck, shade canopies, and a drought-tolerant garden.
This is probably the best use of the property that I could think of over the years.
The unveiling comes several months after a ribbon-cutting ceremony introducing the park to the community.
We really like the theme. It's fun. The children seem to really like it, so we're excited about it.
A fire truck that kids can call their own, and what can be better than that? The park will be open from dawn to dusk. Well, a fundraising event for you and your best friend, Beethoven, comes to life as the LA Philharmonic kicks off its winter season, and a ride at Griffith Park that will scare your socks off. All this in this week's Things to Do. Here's your chance to spend some quality time with your best bud. For 19 years, Best Friends Animal Society has hosted Strut Your Mutt, the fundraising walk and festival that helps raise money for local animal welfare organizations in cities around the country. And this year, they're upping the fun quotient by adding the timed 5K race to even more Strut Your Mutt events. So leash up your pup, unleash that inner athlete, and join the fun. Runners will start ahead of walkers, and after the race, awards will be given to the first place male and female finishers, as well as their pups. All runners get a great Strut Your Mutt technical shirt, while dogs receive their own sporty bandana just for participating. The event takes place on Saturday, October 10th at Exposition Park, located at 700 Exposition Park Drive. For tickets, prices, and to sign up, visit strutyourmutt.org. The LA Phil's winter season kicks off with the dramatic works of Beethoven for both young ones and adults. Pioneering symphonies for youth mix music with fun and fantasy for children ages 5 to 11. As part of the Immortal Beethoven Festival, the Sim Bolvar Symphony Orchestra of Venezuela takes us on an imaginary tour of the house where Beethoven was born. Come for the chance to experience a live orchestra through the fantasy of theater in some of the most exciting music ever written. Each performance is preceded by a choice of art workshops, including an instrument petting zoo, dance, and more. The performance takes place Saturday, October 10th at 11 a.m. at the Walt Disney Concert Hall in downtown LA. For tickets to this concert and other Immortal Beethoven performances, visit laphil.com. For thrill seekers, check out the Los Angeles Haunted Hayride. The famed Griffith Park attraction takes folks on a ride through the old zoo where they'll face the underworld and portrayals of the 7 deadly sins. This year features new mazes, interactive theater, a 40-foot-long Leviathan, and returning favorites such as the Scary Go-Round, House of Mirrors, and more. Tickets range from $30 to $58. The adventure begins at 7 p.m. at 4730 Crystal Springs Avenue in Griffith Park. Visit LosAngelesHauntedHayride.com for more. And that's a look at some things to do. Well, that's going to do it for this edition. I'm Yana Kay. And from all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacitybview.org. You can also follow and like us on Facebook. We'll see you back here next week for more of LA This Week.